So you wish to hear a story? One of tragedy? One of betrayal? Perhaps one of wonder? Well, I can't promise you these things. Our tale, however, follows the unlikely allies of Team IBO. Wallace, aka Primo, aka Chris, who's banished from his hometown after the death of his parents. Lucio, aka Lorenzo, abandoned as a child in the great marshes of Sinnoh. Mariella, aka Elias, a girl from Snowpoint who was raised by her maternal aunt after her parents mysteriously disappeared after her birth. These three were hand-chosen to be sponsored by Leon Toki, a new world leader of the region of Empirium. This is their story.
Okay.
So, last time when we left our group, they barely survived Route 2 after a Magikarp attack, and, Elias, before that, had a good time, beating Ted Block. Got some cash for it. Ran into what they would assume now was a feeding dumping ground before running into a Mimikyu that didn't act until the Gengar seemed at its lowest and then proceeded to devour said Gengar. After which words, they went into the treehouse that was there, found a dead girl, and proceeded to try to bring the children back to the orphanage in Whirlpool Coast. They are at the hospital currently, getting checked out by the doctors and such, as they were also very badly damaged along with the children. Elias, because of your injuries, you need to take a -2 to acrobatics, athletics, combat, and stealth.
How do I deal with a negative?
You see where it's the modifier that is not the rank. It's the plus.
Oh, okay,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah, okay. And you also suffered some mental damage from the Mimikyu, as it said its last goodbyes to you. You need to take -2 to all your educations, -2 to perception, -2 to intuition, -2 to guile, -2 to charm, -2 to intimidation, and because of your little focus fiasco when you found out what the Mimikyu was, -4 to your focus. And you also will not be able to use Aura Reader without doing a focus check.
Okay.
Lorenzo, who suffered probably
the most amount of physical damage, probably.
He got hydro pumped, but
Ow.
because of those hydro pumps, you take a -4 to acrobatics, -4 to athletics, -4 to combat, and -4 to stealth. You suffered no mental trauma from the Mimikyu encounter. Congratulations. You didn't look into the void. Chris, spoiler alert, while you didn't get hydro pumped, you got crit tackled by that Magikarp right after. Yeah, I forgot he crit back-to-back until I rewatched the video. That was fucking wild. You must take a -4 to acrobatics, athletics, combat, and stealth as well. And, because you peered underneath the Mimikyu's cloth as it was devouring the Gengar, you suffered the most mental trauma from this. You need to take a -4 to all your educations, a -8 to perception, a -8 to focus, a -8 to intuition, -4 to guile, -4 to charm, and -4 to intimidate. So you guys walk out of the hospital after they knock you off and stuff, and you see what you could assume is the owner of the orphanage, as she is surrounded by other kids, and she just looks very orphan-like, alright? Not orphan-like, but orphanage lady-like.
Okay.
As she sees you appear, yes, excuse me, are you the three that brought the children back?
Yes, that would be us.
Thank you. They've been gone for almost a week now.
Oh, Lord.
They started disappearing around, at first it was maybe 1 or 2, but it started escalating by the day, and it was quite terrifying. They were saying that they were visiting... Shit, what was the fucking girl's name? Sarah. I think that was her name. Samantha. Let me open up that document real quick, the spreadsheet.
Yeah, Samantha.
Samantha. Sorry, I come up with a lot of names. People. There we go. Yes, Samantha, who actually just recently left on her journey. I first received the news that she's passed.
Yeah. My condolences.
Sad days.
Do you actually yell sad days?
No.
Wait a second, Chris. Is your Guile really 2? I gotta double check that.
Four. My stealth is at a natural 4 usually, but now it's -4.
Oh, change it back to 2 later. Okay, yeah. Oh, if it was 2 in that case, then you're... Wait, what the hell? Wait, Chris! You didn't do the minuses correct at all!
It's -2 to the modifiers, not to the
No,
like,
no,
dice.
not that. It's -4 to Guile, Charm, and Intimidation, as well as the Education, and it's -8 to Perception, Focus, and Intuition.
Okay, just in case, double check mine.
I think I did mine right.
Okay.
I was gonna say, your Education's Perception, Intuition, Guile, Charm, and Intimidation should be 2, while Focus is at -4.
Focus is -4. Okay, I had a thing that gave me a +2 to intuition and perception, so that's
Yeah.
that's why those are at 0.
Yeah, it'll even it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Chris, in reality, your Guile should be at -2 because of the +2. Yeah. But, shit, I lost my train of thought. Gil derailed me. No, Chris derailed me. Fuck, talking about Samantha, right? Anyone say anything
Yes.
after that?
Aside from condolences and sad days, no.
Indeed.
Did you guys do nothing about it to figure out where they went or try and figure
We
out where
did.
they were?
Multiple people went inside that forest, but not everyone made it back. And those who did didn't realize how long they were gone.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to Lucio, yeah, there was a bit more going on in that forest than anyone was prepared for.
But I do want to thank you for your work. I can't give you much, as majority of the orphanage's money is going towards Team Valkyrie's sponsorship, as it's the Valkyrie orphanage. But here's this, and she offers you a $250 sponsorship.
Ah, I don't know if you know this, but we consider ourselves orphans as well. After all, we are the iron-blooded orphans.
Oh, is that what IBO means? I just thought it was...
Yes. It's not...
I thought it was idiots on the beach.
I mean, given our current location, it might be, but...
But yes, I'll also be sure that I'll tell the children after they recover, because a lot of them are actually still sleeping right now. Who saved them, and you should probably expect some thank you letters to come at some point or another. Again,
yeah, we tried to address their wounds as best we could on the spot, but we can only go so far. Oh, and I also have this, and I give her back Samantha's little ID card and whatever other things we got off her.
Oh, thank you. She just proceeds to then sit back down, taking care of the other children that are around. Do you guys walk to the Pokemon Center?
Yes.
Alright. By the way, this Pokemon Center was made by Elemental Knight for public use. It will be linked down in the description below.
I gotta zoom out a bit here. There we go. Damn, this is one big Poké Center.
Alright.
Is that an arcade or a small casino?
An arcade.
Okay.
So, you guys can do one of 3 things, obviously. Besides, go get your go heal your Pokemon and everything. But, I don't know, what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go straight to sleep? Do you guys...
About what time of the day is it?
It's probably around 8 o'clock at night. You guys were in the hospital for a while. And you do know that the fishing contest is tomorrow.
Okay. What time is the fishing contest tomorrow?
It will be whenever I tell you guys are there.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to heal up myself, or is it just my mons?
All your mons are healed. It's fine.
Okay, and we're out of injuries by now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Minus, the obvious.
Yeah,
mental
minus
and
the skill
physical
stuff.
trauma.
Okay.
Oh,
You guys are kind of bandaged up. By the way, Lorenzo and Chris, you guys have broken ribs. Have fun with that.
so like we're full back up to full HP, but
Yes.
we still have like.
All your wounds and injuries have been treated, but that doesn't mean they don't still exist.
Okay.
So my max hit points go back to 53.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remove all your injuries and bring your HP back to max.
Okay.
Well,
Just making
I'm
sure.
gonna walk up to the nurse's station and try to get us lodging for the night.
Alright, you go up there, you know, Nurse Jane's there. Because there's no Nurse Joyce in this region, it's Nurse Jane's. And, you know, she gives you guys lodging. You guys got it.
Okay.
Let's see.
But then look around
Oh,
the
by the-
map. The
Yeah, I'm like I gotta look around and see if there's anything I can look
Um,
at.
Do we see them or hear them? The people in the TV room or arcade?
Roll me. Everyone, those who want to roll me a perception check. If you just want to go straight to bed, that's up to you.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
perception.
My perception is neutered, but here we go.
Gotta scroll up here. I just overlook my perception.
Should be the absolute. No, not the last one. After Guile.
A 7.
Hmm.
Everything's still -4, right? Even though if all my injuries are healed.
Yes, everything's still -4. Chris, are you going to roll or are you going straight to bed?
Straight to bed.
Straight to bed? Alright. Chris, with thinking heavily right now, deep in thought, goes into bed. So it says he'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Elias, you hear this. You hear a heavy commotion of yelling and arguing coming from down here, where Chankla and everyone else is at, followed by sort of a very eerie silence.
Okay.
And you can very obviously tell the people who were yelling were Damien and Alice.
Okay. Is Damon? Oh yeah. Now I see Damon. He's by the other couch. Okay.
Are you gonna tell me this? Question mark or nah?
Okay. I'm just gonna pop my head through sideways through the doorway to see who's there and if it's any of my business.
Alright, you look through, and you see Chankla, who you... Okay, well, let me paint you a picture here. First thing you see is Damien, with his hand on his sword, just sort of sitting down, staring daggers at Alice, who's staring daggers back at him, with Snowa and Shuppet doing the same, and Mobile just being like, what's just happened? And you're also seeing Lavender, who you met, you know, in the previous town, one of Alice's teammates, looking like she's having like a mild panic attack, just petting Luciana. And then Chankla's there, who you're going to assume is probably the one that might have stopped the commotion.
I'm gonna walk in and say, whoa, what's going on in here, people? But like, not peppily.
Alright.
You could probably follow me.
Alright, real quick. Pavan, unmute, I gotta explain to you what just happened.
So am I?
Okay, so you were the last one to enter the situation. And you came in with Damien having Hone Edge up against Alice's throat, and Alice having a switchblade to her wrist, both drawing a bit of blood.
Huh.
While Lavender was on the ground with those, like, really, you know, those white, like, crying, like, eyes? Just, like, freaking out. Not knowing what's going on.
Bitches be crazy these days, man.
I'm gonna say Elias is not here, we're a bit back in time right now.
Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, I'll tell you what's going on. There's a witch right in front of me that needs slaughtering. Oh, that's rich coming from you, you fucking cultist.
Okay, but why the drawing of blood?
They both stare at you. Well, he really doesn't know what's going on, does he? No, not at all. I'll tell you what's going on.
Huh.
Alice over here is currently wanted in the continent of Chrysalis for siding with the side of a monster, as well as conspiring the own death of her own parents. And I'm telling you, I was set up. But if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. I'll just... Sorry, let me catch my breath. Okay. Breathe. I'm trying to speak too fast. Just try it, and you'll have 1,000 nails in your body by the end of tonight.
Okay, wait.
Do you attempt to separate them?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to roll me a general education check.
Fact. 1 sec. Oh my god. I'm so bad at this. Where the fuck did he
Okay, alright. If you look into your character sheet, it's in skills. It's like...
go? Okay, got it.
Okay.
This could be bad.
Congratulations, you passed it. Well... Well, you can't confirm anything about Chrysalis, whether or not she's wanted. You do know she is not wanted here in the continent of Empirium. So acting on a bounty from Chrysalis at Empirium would be counted as breaking the law.
Okay. Well, I try to separate them and try to talk it out.
Fine. I guess at least while you're here, I'll try to behave myself. But the second you step foot in Chrysalis, and if you are part of a team, one day that will happen. Sleep with one eye open. Oh, I already do. And then after a couple minutes, Elias comes by.
Well,
Hey, what was all the commotion about?
bitches be crazy these days, you know?
Oh, Chancla, how you doing? Alice? Lavender? Oh, Lavender's not having a good time.
No,
Oh.
no, I'm not. Oh, calm down.
And Damien! I walk over to try to comfort Lavender.
Roll me charm.
Ah. Could have gone worse.
She's not hyperventilating anymore.
Okay. Do I notice the tension in the room? You know, the staring daggers?
Oh, yes, 100%. You don't even notice you walked into the room yet.
Even though I walked in front of them?
Yes.
Are blades still drawn?
No, not right now.
Okay. Why do we have all the Pokemon out, people? What's up?
Well, mine's always out for protection purposes. I don't know why she feels threatened. She's not wanted here after all. Unless she's guilty.
Guilty of what?
Oh no, I just want to...
When she... Okay, when she says that, can I roll
No,
intuition
that was a he.
Oh. Okay.
That was Damien, I know.
Okay, but when the
I'm warming up.
accusation is thrown at her, can I roll intuition to see if, like, her reaction's that of a guilty person or, like, someone set up?
Sure. Intuition?
Yep.
Let's see. When she reacts... Well, let me first do the reaction. Oh, no, don't mind me. I just like having my Pokemon out when I'm relaxing, as she's just petting Mawow's head, who still has no clue what's going on. She's telling the truth. She doesn't seem guilty at all. Just very defensive right now.
Okay.
On guard.
Let's see, Lorenzo, have you walked in yet? Because I feel like you would have noticed this by now.
I probably like.
What do you say?
I'm like, okay, tensions are very high here.
I will say, before you do answer, you do notice there is an arcade.
Ooh.
If you want to do that instead.
I'm like, I peek my head into the room. I'm like, this is too tense. I go over to the arcade instead.
Okay, we'll
Before
get back
he
to you in a
goes, I
second.
ask him for a sugar cookie.
No, I'm not giving you a sugar cookie.
Oh.
He's like, if you're a sugar cookie, he's walking away. And then Lavender just like, I want a sugar cookie.
Who says that?
Lavender.
Yes, I was trying to get you a sugar cookie, but you know, I think I still have one sugar cookie. I gave her my last sugar cookie. How long were we at the hospital?
You were at the hospital for quite a while. You probably got up first, followed by Lorenzo, and then Chris soon after. You probably only took maybe like an hour to check, but for some reason for Chris and Lorenzo it took 3 to 4 hours in total.
Okay.
Yeah, I got fucking
By-
blasted by a damn magic carp.
It's quite the stale sugar cookie, but you know.
It's better than the rations I've been eating. Oh, by the way, Alice points up, just looking at you again. I know you guys got here a bit late, but don't worry, I've already signed up all of you for the fishing contest. I'm not sure which ones want to participate, but
You can't participate.
now you're all participating. Yay!
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, you guys were coming in a bit late. It should have only taken you less than 12 hours to travel, but
Yeah.
you guys took a couple days. Got kind of worried.
Yeah. We kind of run into a couple of orphans in need and got beat up trying to help out.
She's gonna roll something for that real quick. Let's see.
Do I have to contest this role?
No, because you're telling the truth.
Okay.
She's just saying, like... Oh! Okay, then. Let's see. Oh, I should probably explain to you some things about the fishing contest since you sort of missed the explanation of it earlier today.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to do this out of character, just so you guys can know the rules of this fishing contest. First of all, you all will be given good rods. The good rods to this point doesn't necessarily matter, because it's just the contest mechanics right now, but for the sake of brevity, you guys are getting good rods for this fishing contest to use. You will be fishing at the freaking Whirlpool Coast docks, and for 10 rounds, mechanically speaking, only you guys' initiatives will be rolled. During your turn, you can act, and your Pokemon can act. Your Pokemon can act in order to... For you, your actions will be to fish, and then to capture or, you know, attack the Pokemon itself. And your Pokemon's action will be, of course, to attack the Pokemon.
Okay.
There'll be 10 rounds of this in total. There are there are common Pokemon, uncommon Pokemon, and rare Pokemon. Common Pokemon are 1 point, uncommon are 2 points, and a rare Pokemon is 5 points.
So,
Okay.
Do we have to catch them?
Yes, you have to catch them.
will we be given Pokeballs to do so?
Yes, you'll be provided with 10 lure balls, and I will also say when you're fishing during this contest, it will always be considered that they are being caught with bait.
Okay. Do we get to keep the Pokemon afterwards?
Yes.
Okay.
You also get to keep over the leftover Pokeballs. First place prize will get 10,000 Pokédollars, a super rod for each member that participated, and 3 scuba diving suits. So you just 3 gears for that, for scuba diving.
Are we a team or are we
Okay.
individual?
Okay, let me explain that first. First of all, it is by team. Any number of teams can enter. Of course, the more members that enter, the more advantage you would have. So far, you know that Damien and Chocolate have entered for Team Valkyrie, so they only have 2 people. Alice and Lavender have entered. You have no clue where Gin is yet, who have entered. So they'll be representing Team Necro, and then you guys will have 3. And that's so far the only people that you know that have actively said that they were going to participate in the fishing contest.
Mm-hmm.
And they also recommend that you, if you can, ride on a Pokemon in the water and fish, because that might increase your chances of catching higher rarity Pokemon.
I only got the one thing that can help. That's about it.
I will say though, you guys have
Okay.
Big Carp, who I said can carry up to 2 people.
I cannot
Okay.
use that.
Terry's not large enough. Terry's like 1.2 meters tall.
Can you
Yeah.
A person would not.
Terry can't be riding. He doesn't have the riding capability.
I can hold on to him, but I don't know how efficient I'm gonna be fishing while 70% in water.
You would not be able to do it.
No.
And also
We
mechanically,
XP for ones we kill.
The real Chris question.
I mean, yes. But also continuing on. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Okay. Contest. I just explained the fishing. You go through the prizes more. You will first place also receives a $500 sponsorship of the Whirlpool Coast Harbor, like boating area.
Okay.
Second place will also receive that, as well as any Pokeballs that they are received. You also get 10 netballs as consolation prize just for entering. So there's only a second and first place prize.
Okay.
First place you get like the super rods, the scuba diving gear, and the sponsorship. Second place you'll only get sponsorship. The sponsorship is actually going to be less. It's going to be 250 for them. And then of course you also get a couple of extra Pokeballs, which I'll figure out if you guys win, or get second place.
Okay.
But of course the first place prize is a lot more enticing as you get 10,000 Pokedollars straight up if you win, along with other things.
Oh dang.
So Lorenzo, are you gonna talk to Ted Blocker now?
At the end of the competition, if we don't want to keep some of the mons, can we sell them somehow to like a fisher place?
You can donate them, and that might increase your team's reputation, but selling, no. I will also say reputation is being taken into account for if certain things want to give you sponsorships. It's basically how famous you are.
Okay.
Famous equal good, kind of. So, do I see 10?
For example, if you win this competition, especially with how beaten up you guys are, you might get a shit ton of reputation, and people might actually start to memorize your team's name.
I'm sorry. What has been the news coverage on the orphan debacle?
So far, you guys have been live streamed by Ted Block, so you've probably been talked about a bit here and there. But I feel like you guys are still pretty much an underground sort of group. There might be some people in Whirlpool Coast now specifically that might know you because, well, when word gets out about the orphanage, helping out the orphanage kids. But other than that, you guys are still sort of haven't been able to get to something that everyone has their eyes on so they can know your name. This fishing contest will be part of that. It'd be on something people would have their eyes on.
Okay.
Alright.
Do I see Ted Block over there?
Yes. You see him playing the ever so popular game of Space!
Okay.
And he's just there talking to himself, to the camera, saying, "We want the new high score, guys. Let's do this. No hit run." He's very obviously there, and he's very into the game right now.
Shall I walk up, like, kind of behind him? From, like, his, not being able to see me and wait for him to finish?
Sure, if you want to.
Do I have to roll a stealth check?
No, he is too engrossed into this game.
I wait and see until he finishes.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, at least that's the only thing that's not hindered by anything. Thank God.
Yeah, you didn't get any mental scars.
But it's still shit.
Alright. You hear him while he's, talking, doing some average, like, storytelling kind of things. And he starts talking about the Magikarp situation that happened with you again.
Yeah.
And how some of his fans were questioning that was only the second craziest Magikarp hustle, or whatever I said before then, fight that he's been in. And he proceeds to tell a story in... oh shit, I forget what the name. I think it's Olivine City in Johto? Where the Steel-type gym leader bitches out, the lighthouse and shit.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either right now. Off the top of my head. Well, I want to say Olivine. But he talks about a rainy day and a huge tsunami that was coming. and he talks about a fight of this gigantic Magikarp. As far as the eye can see was just that single Magikarp, each scale a different color. And many refer to it now as King Carp.
That must be one special carp.
And he was there with his royal entourage of bigger carps that were a lot bigger than the Magikarp that you guys fought. And how he was able to catch one. And how he might use it for the fishing contest tomorrow.
Oh, damn. So is he... Do I know that he's part of any team or no?
Yes, you know he's part of Team Block.
Okay, so we can't do it like...
You don't know who his other team members are? Is it, you guys don't know who his other team members are because you tuned in towards the end of the Coliseum fight, and the end of the Coliseum fights, at least in this continent, are 1v1 fights? So you only know of him so far.
Can I ask you this type of thing before? This
Wait,
type
what?
of, what you call... Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of this, the fishing competition here.
I mean, go ahead and ask him, in character.
Hey, Ted Block, have you done this fishing thing here before?
Oh my god, you scared me! He slaps you. Take 1d4 of damage.
Wow.
He just... Oh, he was monologuing to the stream! Okay, I get it.
1 hit point of damage. Wow.
Oh, you can't sneak up to me that when I'm on the And I just died. Well...
Sorry, you had great storytelling.
No, it's alright, it's alright. Oh, what was your question? Thank you for the donation, AskBlast69.
Have you done this type of fishing... Not fishing, fishing competition in this town before?
This town before? Not necessarily. Most of the times when I've passed by this town, I've actually missed out on the competition, either because of being late, because of my poor sense of direction, this, that, or the other, reasons behind reasons, and thank you for the donation, Dragonite563? Heart. It's a heart. Okay. But yeah, no, this is the first time I've actually made it on time. I almost didn't, but...
So, do you have any, like, particular strats in doing so, or is it just...
Well, if you can keep a secret...
Yeah.
Follow me. He's going to take the both of you to the battling thing over here. Don't worry, I'm not asking for a battle.
No, I'm just like...
But...
Following my character, there we go.
I'm going to show you my possible secret technique. I'm sorry, stream, but I'm going to need to black out you guys for that. And he proceeds to send out this.
Oh, the giant fucking...
This is double the size of your guys' Magikarp.
I look in like...
And it looks a lot more battle hardened, and it has scars all over its body.
That is one giant carp.
Oh, mute, okay. Oh, almost forgot to do that. Yes, I actually call this just carp!
The carp.
But yes, it actually is. It was one of the royal Magikarps that was with the King Carp that I was explaining before. I mean, some people believe the story, some people don't, but at the very least I have this Magikarp, so maybe I can convince a few other people. But I'm planning to ride this fucker tomorrow, and it's going to be brilliant.
Okay. So there's no other strat you have, just using the big carp to find everything?
I mean, no, not really. I sort of go on the, you know...
Offensive.
Not offensive, but like, the back of my seat, get back of my tail end, I forget what the saying is, you know. Well, there's a lot of sayings that exist. Go with the flow.
Do you know how many people can ride on said carp?
Oh, my Magikarp? Probably about 3 people, but I'm afraid that I'm going to be the only one riding it tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
And not in the way that some inappropriate members of my chat might be thinking.
Ah. No, because we have one similar, slightly smaller than yours, can only fit about 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, the Magikarp's still, you know, definitely a good size, but
Yeah, it's like, we're just...
I'm mostly going just to have fun. I've already done my business in this continent. I'm just training up a bit before the next boat leaves.
Ah. Well, in a way we're doing similar training, but we need to catch a little bit more mons if you want to get through the next area, probably.
I will give you a hint of advice. It's not a bad thing having more Pokemon than you know what to do with. But just remember that you need to take care of them as much as every other thing.
Of course.
Alright, well, I'm off to bed. Alright, stream, time for sleep stream! Sleep stream! Sleep stream! And he goes to bed. Alright, do all of you go to bed, or...?
I want to have some more small talk here. Just catch up with people, make sure the tension's diffused. And I also want to ask if they know, like, if there's any place I could conduct research in this town. Like, I see that there's, like, a library and computers, but computers are witchcraft, so a library.
Well, Lavender speaks up.
In the Pokemon Center.
This town? This continent itself really isn't known too much for its knowledge. That'd be more on the continent of Chrysalis. I know there's a library in... I gotta check my map. I want to say... Lushway Village, but... it's definitely not as big as the great libraries of Chrysalis.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions? I don't have a list.
Let me see if there's anything any of these guys in particular would know of. So, Alice, you remember the pink crystals we found in that cavern?
Oh, pink crystals. You're talking to me, right?
That the Abra called life crystals?
Yeah? Vaguely?
What? I remember the Abra pointing out that the Kadabra, sorry, pointing out that there were two more caves like this. Would you happen to know anything? I'm kind of new to the continent, so the geography and landmarks are still a bit of a blur.
Let me actually roll something for her. If she knows, it's going to be a miracle, but...
And I'd also ask, like, Lavender, like, we're having girl powwows.
Lavender would definitely not know. I haven't heard of anything necessarily, but I have heard of weird occult things going on in Fahrenheit Desert.
Fahrenheit Desert? Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Lavender, join me when you feel like it. She goes up to bed.
Do I know if Alice and Lavender are in a team together, have any special...
Yes, they are in a team. You know this.
Okay. And after they leave, I'd like to ask Damien to see if I can pry any information about the Church of Black.
Roll me a charm.
This is gonna be awful.
Oh yeah, because
No, the second Alice leaves, he gets up and leaves as well. And you try to get his attention, but it's just... he's not having any of it. You assume he's going to bed.
Wait, Alice is sleeping on the dinner table?
She's not sleeping on the dinner table. I just don't feel like moving everyone to separate rooms. This is a big-ish map.
Okay.
Alright. So you're ending your day there, Elias, or...?
Well, I just say that, like, you know, well, I guess the party's over. I'm gonna go to bed. See you guys tomorrow.
Alright, you head off to bed around, like, 1 a.m. This is the latest you've been up in ages. Not since you tried at one time to stay up until 10 p.m. back in the freaking Church of Lakes.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like everyone beside... well, Chris, of course, is going to be muted, but I need everyone else to mute. Because Chris is the only one that's going to be interacting here.
Capiche.
Lorenzo, same with you. Mute.
I am.
Okay, not muting through Discord. Okay, that's fine. I will also say... Who did that? Leave it be, he's fine. He can mute via microphone. Yeah. Okay. So, boys, it's dream sequence time. We'll start off with Chris, since he went to bed first. Chris, you go to bed with a chill down your spine. What you saw underneath the Mimikyu was the mangled, deformed corpses of your father, mother, Kerchu, and Kerchu's granddaughter. And that sort of sent you back into a PTSD sort of state emotionally. Of the constant depression that you felt after your parents' passing. The Kerchu and his granddaughter freaked you out a bit more, as you have no correlation of why you would be seeing them. Maybe a bad omen, maybe just the stress of not knowing where anyone in that village is anymore, as they relocated when you tried to go back to that one point when you were trying to make amends. But as you go to sleep, you wake up in a familiar spot. A cave. The cave where your parents died. At first you think that you're used to the situation. You've had this dream dozens of times. It's on and off nowadays, but occasionally it comes back. Except you start smiling. Not of your own fruition. You feel your muscles as if they're being tugged into a smile. Hello. You turn around to see the Mimikyu, and as you turn around, you are now in an open field. How do you react?
I walk around.
You try to walk around, and every time you walk around, you shift back into place, as if you're being teleported back in front of the Mimikyu, as its zigzag smile is just staring at you. 1, 2, play.
I play with it.
As you attempt to play with it, you feel the smile get stretched out further and further and further. And as that happens, the Mimikyu keeps on getting bigger and bigger until you see underneath its cloak again. And this time it's not just your parents. This time it's not just Kerchu, it's not the granddaughter. It's every member of your village, all burnt to cinders. I need you to make me a focus check. You start freaking out. You start trying to scream, but as you realize as your smile keeps getting stretched and out as your face, as your skin is tearing, your mouth at the same time is being stitched piece by piece in the same similar way that the Gengar's mouth was stitched shut, going further and further and further, until you hear the roar of an ape as it echoes throughout this forest, and the Mimikyu vanishes as everything turns to black. You see primitive looking eyes looking at you. You can't see the face, you can't see the body, just the eyes. As it says 2 words. You're next. And then you wake up. Alright. What do you proceed to do as you wake up? You just had like the nightmare of your fucking life.
Grab my bone knives and put them under my pillow.
I will say, it is time for you to actually get up.
Okay, I sharpen my bone knives and contemplate deeply.
Okay, you start sharpening them. Your hands are a bit shaky. You actually do nick yourself a couple of times as you're trying to sharpen them. Not being able to seem to keep something straight. Being able to, keep your mindset, body acting straight. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But what do you do after that?
I go get a drink of water.
Alright.
And wash my face.
Alright. You go to the drink of water. You start heading towards... Let me move Alice. You start going towards the cafeteria. And you actually see... Where the fuck is he? Lorenzo there. We're going to imagine that there's a TV here somewhere even though it's not in the map. And now we're going to cut back to Lorenzo's morning. Lorenzo, you wake up perfectly fine. You had the best sleep of your goddamn life. Also, Chris, stay mute. Lorenzo, you can unmute.
There we go.
Okay. What's the first thing you do?
Do my daily training, you know. Work with my mons, get to be familiarized with them.
Alright, you do a light, a light exercise sort of routine as your body itself is still recovering from the injuries, and you can't do as much as you would normally do. Well, after a while, you notice that you start feeling hungry a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to the cafeteria to, grab some food, drink some water, and you turn on the news.
Oh boy.
And the first thing you see is a news reporter reporting in. Yes, hello, this is Elias reporting in the international news. Still, as of currently, the Sinnoh region's great marshes are on fire. We have no clue what started these flames or even how the flames lit given the dampness of the marsh, but
My people.
the flames are still not going down. It has been like this for the last 2 days, which, spoiler alert, you were actually in the forest for 3 days.
Oh.
With no sign of giving up. So far we have not been able to see the source of this fire, but some reports say that a black metallic figure was nearby. Black humanoid metallic figure was nearby before the fire started. However, there has been no video or picture evidence proving said theories. We'll continue reporting to you on soon as we get any more updates. Your heart sinks.
I feel like I'm like, yeah, my people.
I'm going to say, are you going to start meditating right now to try to calm down your nerves?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have to.
Alright. So then, Chris, you come into to Lorenzo meditating. I need you to roll me a perception or general education check of your choice. No, you got nothing. Alright. You see him meditating. You see him looking at the news. You say anything to him? I said, do you say anything to Lorenzo? Do you interact with him at all?
I just wave him a hi.
I see him. But I still continue doing on what I'm doing.
Yeah, he just ignores you.
Okay. I acknowledge that he's there.
Yeah, but he didn't wave
Go over to
back.
the faucet and wash my face and get a drink.
Alright. That's fine. I want you to make me one more check. As you're trying to process through this dream. Let me actually look at your stats to see what I should make the check. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Just roll me occult education real quick. You feel like you've heard something about that dream before, but you just can't put your finger on it right now. That dream was special somehow, besides, of course, the obvious. But you feel like you've heard about a similar dream towards the end of it before, but you just can't put your finger on it, at least at this current moment.
Okay.
Alright, now I need both of you to mute up again, and I need Elias to unmute.
Mine's all sunshine and flowers, right?
Honey.
Oh no, he called me honey. This is gonna take a dark turn. One like equals one prayer.
As you fall asleep, you wake up in the middle of a blizzard. You recognize this blizzard. It's the same route. I forget what route it is because I haven't played Sinnoh in a while. But you know, the route underneath Snow Point.
Yeah, coming down from Snow Point into Coronet. Yep.
You're running, and you're running, and you're running, and you don't know what you're running from yet. Or you don't know what you're running from. Roll me a perception check, but I allow you to roll your perception as normal.
So whatever I roll +2.
Yeah.
16?
16, Jesus Christ, that is good. You hear a voice that's very familiar. Play, play, play. As you're being chased by a giant Mimikyu. God damn, I forgot how high your perception is.
Yeah, it's one of the two things I'm good at.
Alright, I need you to make me an athletics check for the dream.
Still with a -2?
Without the -2.
Okay. Did that roll? Yep.
Yep, it did. Okay.
So +2.
Alright.
So 11.
You almost jumped down a cliff by accident. As the blizzard itself, even while you could see the form of the Mimikyu, you almost like slipped down and fell down a giant chasm. However, you have nowhere left to run. As the Mimikyu gets closer, and closer, and closer, you start seeing some shapes form around you. First of the Onyx, that you so mercilessly split in half with your vacuum wave.
I didn't mean to.
Followed by the Meowth, that you also made to mush with a vacuum wave. And the Magikarp, who you so skillfully shut down its heart with your Force Palm. And you start hearing the chanting, "You did this to us. You did this to us. You did this to us. Monster. Monster. Fiend." I need you to roll me a focus check. You know what? Before you roll the focus check, how do you react? Sorry, I'm not giving you time to react to this.
Okay, so I'm still at the edge of the cliff, to Mimikyu barreling towards me, surrounded by things I've murdered.
Yes.
What seems to be at the bottom of this cliff?
You cannot see the end of it.
I guess I am gonna crawl up into fetal position for a couple of seconds and try to muster the bravery to jump afterwards.
So you're gonna jump?
I'm gonna crawl up into fetal position in, like, trauma, and then I'm gonna jump. Then I'm gonna, like, kind of snap out of it and jump.
Okay.
If I manage, I don't know.
So you jump down this chasm, and you fall further, and further, and further. Surprisingly, it's getting colder and colder the farther and farther you fall down, but at first, while the blizzard is very much affecting you physically, this cold doesn't seem to be bothering you as much. And you eventually hit the bottom, not hard, but you sort of float down a bit. And as you hit the bottom of it, you start getting a bit sleepy. How do you react?
Is it still, like, black everything? Or is there stuff too? Like, are there things around me?
It's black, but you definitely can feel a surface underneath you.
Okay. Do I have my Pokeballs on me?
No.
I pick a direction and walk with tearful eyes, I guess.
As you're walking, you get tired, and more tired, and your eyelids just keep on seeming to be closing, and closing, and closing, until you eventually just stop and lay down to try to rest. Because something's happening to you right now. And as you lie down, you feel the warmth of fur against you. And you feel protected. And then you wake up. Elias, remove all your negatives.
What?
You are completely healed, Elias.
Even from the physical stuff?
Yep. It was surprised you. You woke up, checked your bandaging, all scar is gone. It didn't even leave a scar.
Can I roll medical education to try to figure out what happened?
I'll allow you to roll medical or occult. Of your choice.
Let's go occult. Just dreams and stuff. 9.
You have no idea. You just must have gotten... They must have, like, injured you really well, and it just healed up that fast. It's just... The dream was weird. It felt scary, but then it sort of felt comforting towards the end of it.
Okay. How do I feel? Like, aside from the physical, mentally, where am I?
You feel like a million Oh, by the way, the focus check is still at -4. That's the only thing that didn't change.
Focus check is still as -4, okay.
Yeah.
And I still need to make a focus check for Aura Reader.
Yeah, Aura Reader, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But you feel fine. Just, like, your heart rate's normal, you're breathing fine. I mean, you occasionally think of that Mimikyu, but it doesn't bother you as much as it did before.
Okay. Time of day?
8, 9 o'clock a.m.
Okay. I'm gonna walk outside into, like, the main, like, entrance to the Pokemon Center then.
Alright, well, as you're walking, you do notice that your two teammates are right over here. And you see... Actually, you don't see these people. These people are gone right now.
Oh no, they died.
I'll grab them for later. I'll also say, while you guys were eating, Chunkla eventually did come in and start eating himself. Pavan, if you wish to sit with them, you may. That's up to you.
Hello, bitches.
Eating himself as in biting into his own arm?
No,
Or...
like, he went to go get something to eat.
No, I.
Okay,
I see,
not auto-cannibalism.
I see teeth.
Okay.
Okay, I come and sit with my party members. There's the word.
Alright, now you all guys are together. You guys don't have to be muted anymore.
Alright.
Discuss amongst yourselves.
So, you guys ready for this fishing competition?
Well, I hope so. I don't want to die in the middle of it.
What's up with you and your deliriums of persecution? We're fine.
Lorenzo,
I mean, what are the chances? What are the chances of awful things happening to us back to back?
Lorenzo, you have a flashback of the big carb hydro pumping you to oblivion.
Yep.
Everyone have a restful night?
So far? Yeah. Still injured, though.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to, like, change their bandages?
I mean, yeah, if you want to. Medical check.
Okay.
So can I please?
8. You change them just fine.
Okay.
Chris, do you allow Mariella to change your bandages?
Sure.
And also, do you mention your dream at all to either of these two?
I do not.
Okay. Hey, if you want to walk up to them, you can. That's up to you.
If he coughed in character, I'm gonna say, "Are you choking? Are you choking?"
No, I'm not a character. Fuck.
I run over him, Heimlich him.
Roll me athletics.
Oh no, this is gonna... Okay, athletics isn't the worst.
A 6. You just run over and punch him in the stomach. It hurts for a bit.
My punches aren't great, so...
Come on, how do
Shouldn't be
you
too
respond? You just rudely coughed, which is now canon. Pavon? Oh, see, Pavon, you can be unmuted now.
He is unmuted.
God damn it!
Okay. After the punch, I guess I'm gonna continue Heimliching him. Like 1, 2, 3, like inwards and up. In the sternum.
Elias, you can't remember how to Heimlich. You're just constantly punching him.
Is he still choking?
Pause his pause button. Well, we'll move on.
Okay. If he's still choking, I force palm him in the stomach. To try to dislodge the salami he's got down his throat. I assume salami. I don't know what he's having for breakfast.
Oh, God.
So.
Oh. I'll take the Wi-Fi.
No, that's him probably just trying to reset his Discord settings and stuff. What's the name of the nurse Joey's in this region?
Jane.
Okay. Insert row. Nurse Jane. Description. Oh, the nurses. There we go.
So how's everyone's day?
Alright, so far mine is still obvious injuries.
Hello?
Hello. Are you here?
Hello?
Yes, hello, we hear you.
We hear you, yeah.
Hello?
Come on.
Pavon, we hear you.
Alright,
Hello?
roll force palm.
Hello, okay,
Roll force palm.
fuck. How did I do this?
No, I'm not gonna
Damn
roll
it.
force farm. That was me exaggerating.
Hello? Oh shit, I can't hear myself. Fuck.
Hello?
Wait, I'm gonna... We're pausing. I needed try something.
Yep.
What?
That was such a profound hello. Oh god.
Fuck. I was across the room. I tried to get an echo voice changer effect, but you know.
You're not across the room anymore. Elias just punched you in your gut.
What the fuck are you doing that for, little bitch?
Because you were choking!
I wasn't choking!
I'm sorry! I
It's
thought
just
you were
my-
choking!
It's just my fucking insides talking, God. Chill.
Just my insides talking.
Okay.
Yes, the was the insides talking.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry. I walk over, grab a banana, and come sit down with Pavon and have small talk with him after punching him, because it's the least I can
Also-
do.
Also, would you mind watching Tabletop while I went to the bathroom?
Is he still lodged in that bucket you're carrying?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me pull up
Does he just
tabletop.
like the bucket? Because last time I recall he can phase out of buckets.
He likes the bucket because anytime I put him in the Pokeball, he comes out pissed.
Pavon, you
Oh.
hear in the back of your mind, beep boop stop. At least he's dead silent for you.
All right, be
Okay.
right back.
There's just a Golett staring at you, silent
Okay.
in the bucket, unmoving.
Okay. Would I know what Golett eats?
Roll me a. I think there is a Pokemon education check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll that.
Okay. Pokemon education. Here we go. 13?
He's a ghost type. He doesn't eat.
Oh.
Also, Pavon, while you're going into the bathroom, you still constantly hear beep boop stop, beep boop stop, beep boop stop, beep boop stop, as if he's trying to talk to Mariella. You still hear this, even so far away.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hand up and see if Tabletop, like, touches my hand.
He faces out of the bucket, gets on the table, puts his hand in your hand,
Aw.
looks back at it, and then he phases to the bottom of the table. Just falls through it. Walks
Does he
out,
fall
picks
through the floor or just the table?
just the table. Then he walks around, picks up the bucket, places it back on the chair, faces back into the bucket.
Okay. I guess I go on a monologue with Tabletop.
All right, what do you talk about?
Oh, just like, small talk, but like, You know?
Any mention of the Mimikyu?
No, just how, like, you know, bananas are berries and not fruit, that type of stuff.
Alright.
Like, useless trivia.
Wait, where did Pavon go? Where did I put his token?
I don't know, because there isn't a bathroom in this thing. An entire Poke Center with an arcade, a cafeteria, a library, and a bunch of rooms. Not one toilet.
Wait. Question. Did you guys hear the echo?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, now that that's working, I return.
Okay.
Alright, are you doing... nothing happened while I was gone, right?
They boot up. He seems
Fuck's
extra
sake, get
happy.
back in your bucket.
He is in his bucket. He's just under your seat now. He just looks like confused. They boot up?
Did he say fuck's sake, get back in the bucket out loud?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, well, that's the way to treat a Pokemon.
I can cuss at PTU, okay?
I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying abuse isn't like, doesn't fly with me.
Do you grab the bucket?
Alright, Tabletop, you gotta behave or Bricky will be my new favorite Pokemon.
Tabletop. Yeah, well, Elias, you see his eyes shift to like a downward, like sad, like look.
Okay, I don't know how to I don't know how to despawn him, but despawn him.
Just delete the token.
Alright.
So, what are you guys up to? And what do you guys have what plans do you guys have for the rest of your stay here?
Oh, we're just gonna go fishing. Maybe if I can squeeze in some research, I'll do that. Let me think. Well, that's about it.
Alright, well, shit, that's loud. Well, the food here is pretty shit, so I'm gonna go look for a different place. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Pavon, you just
Okay.
remembered? You guys need to start running to the fishing contest now. It's almost time.
Am I in the fishing contest?
Yes, you are in the fishing contest.
Fuck's sake. Maybe there's no time to eat. You talked about fishing, so I'm guessing you're talking about the fishing contest. You know it starts in about 10 minutes, right?